Welcome back. We talk about it all the time. There's a lot of guys on Centenary's roster from the local area. 3 of them actually played in high school together at Southwood. One of those players has been doing big things on defense, even earning SCAC Defensive Player of the Week last week. Taylor Nettle has more on DeQuavion Lemons.
Sophomore defensive lineman DeQuavion Lemons hasn't always played defense. His first 3 years of high school, he played on the offensive line for the Southwood Cowboys until his senior year when he made the transition to the other side of the ball.
So the moment I was switched to DN for the first time, like it was the first play, the ball came outside, I made the read, picked it off, and from there, I was DN.
As the end of his senior year grew closer, DeQuavion still had no offers. That was until Centenary head coach Byron Dawson entered his life and explained to him what opportunities that he could have with the Gents.
But it was a good feeling because somebody gave me a chance. So we go through that process. I talk to Coach Dawson, tell me about the process, tell me about how technique could give me whatever I want or need, and I just went with it. I wanted to build off something. I like building, my own thing, then creating something for the future.
For DeQuavion, there's one game that sticks out among the rest at Centenary during the Gents' independent season last year.
Really, the game he gave me a chance at defensive tackle. Like, I didn't start off as a starter. I had to work my way up. So that game, he gave me opportunity, ran the play, made it at my first TFL as a college player.
The sophomore is now a vital part of the Gents' defense. After Centenary's Week 3 win over Austin College, the defensive tackle earned SCAC Defensive Player of the Week and was named to D3Football.com's Team of the Week. If DeQuavion had to pick one of the biggest lessons from Coach Dawson so far, it would be...
He introduced me to principles and how far that can get you in life. With principles, you already know what's going to happen. If you have bad principles, bad things are going to happen. You're going to get bad results. If you have good principles, good things will happen and you will have good results. We wear it on our back 24/7. Sacrifice, honor, service, love. Everything we do, move, or say is going to have something to do with those 4 words.
Good stuff right there. Principles. Talk to me about those principles that he's talking about.
Oh, these are life skills. Even after the game, I told Taylor, life doesn't wait on the wounded. Sun's gonna come up, and it's not waiting. We're getting closer to our next game, and sun came up Sunday. And so, just life skills, because as a coach in the great game of football, of course, it's a unifier and people love it, but the life skills that you learn. You learn how to bounce back from a loss, because you're gonna get losses in your life. You learn how to keep fighting, keep pushing through adversity, and it helps you with transition. We got a lot of young players that are dealing with transition. And so all of those are life skills that'll help them in their future. And so to learn that and to have fun and play a great game like football, I think that's key. But DeQuavion is a joy to coach. He's very coachable. He has a good heart, good spirit, quiet nature. But it's a testament to how he was raised, his parents, the family that he came from. And one of the things that I wanted to do when I took this job was to find those hidden gems like DeQuavion, especially locally. And he's done an amazing job, and the proofs and the results of him being D3 Football Player of the Week and SCAC, all SCAC. And so I think that's amazing, and I think the best is yet to come for that young man.
On the field, what's he do so well that he's having this kind of success?
He's playing with great technique, and we often talk about great technique makes the play come to you. And so because he's playing with great technique, plays are coming to him. And so that's one of the principles that we teach, and you can see that each and every day, that because he's coachable and he's doing what he's supposed to do, he understands the scan, which is the big picture, and the scope, which right before the snap. And he's able to use that knowledge and play at a high level. And so I think that's been the key to his success for sure.
Well, I love seeing our local guys have so much success.
Yes, sir.
And you got a bunch of them.
Oh, yeah.
You got a bunch of them on the team.
That's right.
Well, coming up, Coach Dawson and I putting last week's game to bed and looking ahead to Saturday's game against the Lions Scots, where the Gents return back to Shreveport. Stay with us.